Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Obviously, this is a big day for us. We've been practicing for a while, but this really signifies the opening of our season, being able to talk to you guys and to kind of move on to our next chapter, which is getting into November the 11th, our first home game against Rhode Island. So we're very happy to be back here, very excited to be in season, and moving forward, we just want to continue and build on what we have done. Last year was a remarkable year. Obviously, going to the national championship game was big for us, big for our program, big for our community, and going forward, that's our standard. I come here every year and say we want to go undefeated and win a national championship, and that's still the goal. That's always going to be the goal, and we're going to continue to strive for that. And we're not going to apologize for talking about championships around here because it's important to us. It's important to our program for us to win at a high level. Moving forward into the season, we just want to continue just to play tough and to be a hard-nosed team, to be able to pressure, be able to get up and down the floor and play fast on offense, and just to create an atmosphere to where our opponents are uncomfortable. We talk a lot about turning our opponents over and getting multiple possessions, multiple efforts, and you look at it as our mantra is kind of being an orange collar team. We want to be an orange collar team. It's not blue collar. No, blue collar is corporate. Blue collar is the working force. We want to set a standard in college basketball, in college women's basketball, to where our style is a style of pressure, it's a style of toughness, and just to continue and to make our opponents uncomfortable. And for me, we can do that as long as we're in the best shape possible. We continue to compete at a high level. We continue just to be deep at every position, which I think we are, and moving forward into the season, that's what we're going to talk about, just being an orange collar team, being a team that play tough, because as you go through this year and even going through last year, a lot of the buzz was about our pressure, a lot of the buzz was about our toughness, a lot of the buzz was about us getting multiple possessions, and I feel good about that. I feel good about playing that way. I feel good about our team being deep enough to play that style of basketball, and we know that that's how we're going to be successful. So we would just want to continue to build on last year and to have an exciting year.
Question for Coach Q? Not all. Coach Q, what's it going to be like playing with that bullseye now on your back this year, not sneaking up on anyone?
Well, it's the same for us. We approach every game the same way. We understand that we control our own destiny, and we control tempo, we control style. And as long as we can continue just to be aggressive and to get up and down the floor and make shots and get our pressure set, we're going to be okay. And the bullseye is what it is. I guarantee you we're not going to be ranked in the top 10. I'm the polls come out. So unless you put the bullseye on number 13, number 15, then I doubt if we're going to have a bullseye on our back. And every year it's the same tune for us. We come out and don't worry about the polls and just play the way we play and play tough.
Because of last year's success, do you fully expect there to be a better environment inside of the dome, more fans, and a little bit louder, as every team would like?
Well, I think moving through the season and as we got into the postseason, our fans were remarkable in the NCAA tournament, and I fully expect that to be the same way. I think that we play a very exciting style of basketball. Our kids are really tough, and arguably, I would say we have the best backcourt in the country. When you look at Alexis Peterson and Brittany Sykes, how you find two better guards than that right now? So you have two perennial All-American type guards on your team, and we can push tempo, we can play fast. It's going to be an exciting brand of basketball. It'll be fun to watch.
You've spoken often about how you use the start of the season, the non-conference schedule, the tournaments to learn how to win, to learn about your team, to tuck away some things you can use in the tournament, post the tournament. Looking at your early schedule this year, what do you hope to learn most about your team? What you can learn most that'll help you later?
Well, our schedule is very challenging. We haven't scheduled down. We haven't run for many games, and we play a schedule that's competitive and that makes sense for us. And right now, I'm potentially being able to play Ohio State, Baylor, Texas A&M, Michigan State. We have some tough non-conference games that's going to challenge us right away, right at Thanksgiving. So that's what we want to do. I think that when you get into some of these tournaments and you start playing these teams back to back, it gives you a Sweet 16 type feel, and that's what we strive for every year. And I'm very confident in our team, or I wouldn't schedule that way.
And we spoke earlier, the first day of practice, about the loss of Brianna and Tyler Madden in three-point shooting. And you said you believe you have some replacements with Carmelo K, but what are your thoughts about what you've seen so far? And more importantly, hitting those big shots like Brianna and Tyler Madden would do. That these young, new players haven't done that yet.
Well, obviously, we miss those guys already. So I don't want to by any means diminish what they've meant to our programs and what they've done here. I mean, they made some big shots, and you talk about Butler, you talk about Taylor, you talk about even Cohen, the things that she's done for our program. It's hard to replace those things, but I can tell you, we have a very talented team. And as far as making shots, as far as getting up and down the floor and being aggressive in transition, and the things that we need to do, we have plenty enough talent to do that. That's going to be a collective effort, and I'm very confident in our team. I'm very confident in our style, and we'll be able to fill those voids and still be very successful.
Have you seen an attitude change from the end of last year's national championship game to now?
I have, actually. And it's funny because you think you're going to go into the next season and it's going to kind of be status quo, and it hasn't been. I've seen a focus that I haven't seen before. This year we're in the best shape right now that we've ever been in all my years here. So that's great for us, because that means we can continue at a push tempo and play fast, and and there is a confidence about us, because I think that until you get to a point to where you start winning some of these big games, it's just talk. It's not talk anymore, because we're playing our style. We've been successful, and we're ready to move on and continue to do the same thing.
Have you closed the gap like
I don't know yet. We haven't played yet. So and we don't. Excuse me.
You hope to.
Yeah. We hope to win the national championship. So hopefully, when we talk about gaps, we got a very good basketball team, and I think that all that is arguable. This season just started. We're very talented. We have a very good basketball team, and I look forward to playing tough games, and I look forward to winning tough games.
Not that last year the whole season wasn't a great year for Alexis, but I thought that the tournament was really her coming out party. How has she grown from those tournament games to now?
It's her mentality. It's her temperament. I was just talking to her throughout the summer, throughout the preseason, just about how much more calm she is, and I think it comes with a maturity. It comes with, she's always been very confident, but I think now she understands that the game is different for her now. The game is slowing down for her. She's able to control tempo. She's able to get her shot when she needs to. She's able to set her teammates up when she needs to. She's just really grown as a point guard, and she's one of the top 3 point guards in the country. By far, and for me, I wouldn't trade her for any point guard in college basketball right now, because she's a dual threat. She can pass it, she can score. She's a tough matchup.
You mentioned the team being in the best shape you've had. How do you quantify that, and why do you think that is? Is it simply they had to taste success last year?
Ryan Kabilas and Karen McKinney. Really, it's our strength coach and our trainers. They're keeping them healthy. They're keeping them in great shape. Obviously, this time of year, everyone's a little banged up. Everyone's a little sore. But when you look at where we are and getting up and down the floor, being able to play fast and play fast in multiple possessions, we're doing that at an extremely high rate. And I feel good about it, and it's very exciting. It's very promising to see that.
I think a lot of people would say, coming off a national championship game appearance and returning a lot of starters from that team, there's probably not a lot of room for growth. But what have you seen this summer about these players that have come to practice and have wanted to grow even more? Because obviously it seems as though you guys were pretty much at the top of the mountain.
Well, when you're able to play that deep in the season, you as a head coach, you get to continue to push your message. And this is the first we've gone into the season. We got to the Final Four in the NIT and played late into the season. But we played pretty late into the season, and we've been able to hammer our message home in the way we want to play and the kind of team that we want to be. And I think that we've gotten to a point where we understand it and we believe it. And that's the biggest thing. They believe in what we're doing, and I know that they are capable of doing it.
Two more questions, guys.
How excited is this group just about Orange Madness tonight, and
It was a very exciting night. I mean, when we talk about Orange Madison, you're talking about getting out and being able to play in front of our fans and seeing fans you haven't seen since last year. It's a very exciting day. And like I said, this day signifies pretty much the beginning. And we're excited and happy even to be here. And we're here with our full roster intact, so we're ready to go.
Just lastly for me, just with the recruiting aspect of things, when you guys do make it to a national championship like you did, what does that do for your recruiting, I guess, level and just these future players that could possibly be coming from Central New York that might come to Syracuse maybe that didn't recruit?
Well, I think it's huge. Winning is winning, and players good players want to play with great players, and we're at a point now where I think no one can deny where we are as a program. And anytime you can play in a championship game and you can play even deeper to the season, it's all about our players. And hopefully we can continue to play at that level. And I feel good about the players that we're recruiting right now that will be coming to help us stay at this level also.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.